these models are all different races and colors. They're two transsexuals. One of them is my assistant, who is when she was transitioning. This is her right now with the beads in her mouth. She still had a beard when she was shooting for this film. And it's about 5 minutes, and it's called Thirsty. So if anyone want to try out the water, it's really good water. I wish it was wine for the party, for the press party. Her name is Seashell Coker. Do you know her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a little hipster girl. I didn't know that, but I found her on Instagram. I thought, what a face. Yeah, so she's in all of my images. She's from California, actually. So I guess this is the drinking fountain. This is the last one in the first batch. And then there are some people that request it gold-plated, believe it or not. And so we have 3 gold-plated ones, and well, actually 2 left. There were very few women artists painting portraits. Now it's multiplied tremendously, but I thought it would be interesting to do people that I really admire. So I started with Lynn Ligon, and I painted Glenn and Gloria Steinem and Monica Lewinsky, went around the room. And then Micheline Thomas, and then Gaga. I might have forgotten somebody in there. That was my first batch, and it took me a long time to figure out how to do it. And there are layers and layers and layers of enamel paint, and all the pictures are shot under glass, and this is how I can get distortion. But if you look closely, you can see the other layers underneath. And I work with enamel paint, and the first coat is just to block it in, and there's no photo underneath. People ask that all the time. It's just a drawing with layers of enamel. So I sort of use enamel paint pretty much like the old masters in that sense of layers, except because they're translucent, so the color underneath shows through. So this is Jeff Koons. And these are all people I think have moved the dial in the art market, or the world, or in terms of art history. Or they're people I just really admire. And I started off making Jane, this elegant elder, beautiful woman. She was one of my heroes, because I've been an activist all my life, and my first boyfriend in college was in SDS, and her husband founded SDS. And she's 10 years older or so, and we all were protesting the Vietnam War. And at the same time, she was marching in Washington, so was I. Only I was a kid at Syracuse University. We closed down the school. So she's been pretty much somebody who was a role model for a woman, outspoken woman, and I was really always in awe of her. And she actually called me first to, she works with climate change in California. Do you know that? Yeah, that's her, what she's most concerned with right now. And she asked me if I'd donate a piece. Have you ever been seeing a phone number and you didn't know it? And just some gut feeling told you to answer? That's what happened. I answered the phone and I recognized her voice. Marilyn Mitchell, this is Jane Fonda. I went, whoa! And my team, I'm sitting there with paint all over me, and I'm going, everybody. Anyway, she asked for a piece because she's friends with Kathy Opie, and Kathy always gives me something for Planned Parenthood auctions, and I always give her something for whatever her cause is at that moment. So, and then from there I had an opening. So I asked her if she posed, and she came to New York for another occasion, and she came, and I started this really elegant painting of her. But then what happened? Politics really turned on all of us progressives. And I kept getting angrier and angrier, so I junked it. And she posed for me like this, so I said, it's time. And I thought she's gonna hate this or she's gonna love it. I didn't know. And she loved it. So this is Jane Fonda. And this is the Jane Fonda I admire. I could make 5 paintings from all the images I have of Jeff. He's a natural. And you know who else is Marilyn Thomas? I could have done 3, 5. She's just, the camera loves her. Cindy, no. At least for me. Yeah. And she's a friend, so she wanted to do a good job, but you know, I was too nervous maybe to make a portrait of my idol. I'm not sure. But I could do Jane. Everything is art history for me. So we've all seen portraits of odalisques, am I correct? All through history. Beautiful white women or kind of Orientalism made by Matisse, of those odalisques. And I thought, well, these are, you know, tits and ass for, you know, before photography, which is fine. I have no question, no problem. Everyone loves to look at beautiful women. I love looking at beautiful women. So I thought, well, I'll see what a portrait of the 21st century looks like, because it's painted by a woman, and I wanted to use what I would call, these are all beauties, but they're not your typical odalisque beauty. And so all of mine, I've done many of them, and they're either on the computer, they're naked, they're half naked, however they feel good about themselves, and they are proud of their bodies, and they have agency. So Lizzo was, I think, my 3rd one, and she was really easy. And that's also multiple negative combined. And she's actually talking to her. She's filming me, filming her. It's really funny. You'll see it in the documentary. And also layers and layers. This took about 2 years. And also I tried to promote Giddy from her. And then Padma, when I started it, I wanted her to be eating. But I wanted her to be elegant in eating, which is kind of hard. Because she's a chef, Padma Leslie. She's my next door neighbor. So she was easy to get. And then when I was working on it, well, I had all the photos. This took a long time. One of my assistants said, why don't you take the cake and smash it? So that's great, because it makes it really lush and kind of decadent. So we just shot the cake separately, smashing it into the glass, and then I could Photoshop. And this was, I don't know, you can see what enamel does that you can't do with oil in this. You see all the different colors and the blues and the purples and the layers and layers and layers. And I don't know, I can get this kind of richness with enamel that I can't get with oil. And the other thing I think that makes these different than oil paintings is we use digital color. CK, you know, it's just not primary color. So I can get reds that I can't get with oil, this richness. I could put neon color from enamel, and it's outdoor paint. And it lasts supposedly 80 years outdoors, but it doesn't. I'd say it's more like 60. And I think, well, if it lasts 60 years outdoors, how long is it going to last indoors? So I'm probably the most archival painter there is.